The Hunt had a hell of an advertising campaign. Around the time of its release, it was everywhere, and it got my attention because of the familiar theme. But is this a dangerous game or tiddlywinks? The premise of people being hunted isn't a new one. Arguably, it started with Richard Connell, whose novel went on to become The Most Dangerous Game from 1932. The premise was so solid it got remade and reimagined time and time again. I mean, we're talking a game of death, Run for the Sun, The Woman Hunt, Turkey Shoot, Deadly Prey, Surviving the Game, and so many more. The Hunt is a modern day reimagining and sees 12 people wake up, confused, disorientated, and hunted. Starring Betty Gilpin, Hilary Swank, Ethan Suplee, the new and improved slim and wow that weight loss, Ethan Suplee, Emma Roberts, and Justin, both Aquaman and Green Arrow, Hartley. I was really quite looking forward to it. Then the reviews came in, and people absolutely panned it. Partially for being supposedly a bad movie, and secondly for political reasons? Political reasons, I thought. How? Why? Then I looked into it, and the matter got even more interesting. We had the right accusing the movie of having a left-wing bias, and we had the left accusing it of having a right-wing bias. This fascinated me. How could this be the case? Are people just seeing things that aren't there? Well, truth be told, it plays to political stereotypes, but there's no bias there at all. Clearly, folks on the left didn't like being portrayed as bleeding heart liberals, and the right didn't like being portrayed as ignorant, selfish, racist bigots. So anyway, the hunted run away, try to survive, and I'm sure you can work out how the thing plays out. Behind the scenes, it's all part of some grander scheme, and it just doesn't really come together very well. It feels disjointed, rushed in places, and yet far too slow in others. Sure, the leading lady is on point with her performance as the not-so damsel in distress, but there are no other standout performances, and Swank just looks out of her element. I think there is still room for more movies with this concept, but if they're going to be as unimaginative as this one, I think I'll pass. So I award The Hunt a very undeadly 4 out of 10. So, rant time. Stereotypes tend to be pretty justified when it comes to each side of the political spectrum. It cracks me up when folks disagree. Take the right, who argue they're not racist or bigoted. You wave the Confederate flag. You have every white nationalist group. You have every white supremacist group. You have the KKK. You have the Nazis. You have the long history of hate speech spouting leaders, representatives, and politicians. Own that shit. Nothing worse than a bigot who denies being such. If you support Trump, you do not get to claim to not be. You're culpable. It's like me claiming to support Hitler, but I'm not anti-Semitic. I'd lack credibility, don't you think? If you're a bigot, own that shit. I won't respect you, but at least I'll believe you have some semblance of balls. So did you enjoy The Hunt? Which is your favourite version of this timeless classic tale? Do you think you can identify as right-wing and not be racist, bigoted, homophobic, transphobic, etc.? And if so, how the hell would that work? Tell me in the comments below. Like this video, and if you haven't already, please please subscribe. Later, folks.